K&B Industries. 50 years of business success built on entrepreneurship, faith, family, and integrity. In the 1970s, providing machining services for the oil and gas industry was a 24/7 calling. A calling that Kenny Wood Sr. answered, using a single machining tool in his garage and a work ethic handed down from his father.
I grew up in a family of 9, and my dad did 3 or 4 different things. We grew sugar cane, we had a grocery store, we all worked in those 2. Work ethics, I think, that's where my business career started.
Throughout this American success story that would become K&B Industries runs a common thread of hard work, backed by entrepreneurship, faith, integrity, and the unfailing support of family and friends.
Always did have a good banker. He loaned me the money to buy the machines.
Little did Kenny Wood Sr. know that loan was the start of a dynamic company that would define a family, and today employ more than 700 people.
People were having trouble getting stuff done, little small prototype type stuff in different companies, and I started doing a little bit of that. And I started getting the idea there that I would make the leap into going into business myself.
Like all success stories, it was a matter of timing and support, and a lot of hard work and long hours.
Of course, at that time I had 3 kids, so it took me a year or so to make the decision. It was a process to convince my wife as well. People thought I was crazy.
It's not crazy if it works. Mr. Kenny's ability to act on opportunities led to work from 4 major companies, starting with Texaco.
I walked in his office, cold call, talked to him, and he knew about me. And we wasn't going into the full-length pipe business. We were just doing small stuff at the time. He said, well, I got these full-length pipe that we need to be repaired. So that's where our pipe business started. And he just told me whenever he thinks I had too much, to let him know. Well, I never did tell him that. So we just kept on growing from that in that full end. That's when we moved about 2 years later from the facility that we started into the facility on Grand Caillou Road in 1976. And while I was doing machine work, I'll take the calls and take the orders and all that good stuff. I wore all the hats.
From day one, Mr. Kenny and his wife, Miss Kate, made sure family remained their highest priority.
My first memories of K&B is my mom used to put us in the car and bring my dad lunch and dinner at the shop at K&B, just about every day, every weekend.
Nothing like that home-cooked meal, right?
And as the business grew, so did the family involvement. Kenny Jr. started working in the shop as a teenager, shoveling metal shavings and making deliveries to customers.
That was my favorite part. I had to put a little telephone book under the seat to drive. I met a lot of the customers like that. That's how I kind of first got engaged with the customers.
Kenny Jr. worked every position, from receptionist to shop helper to delivery guy, meeting people and understanding the business. It wasn't always easy.
In the early years at K&B, I had older guys above me. They called me Little Kenny, and they kind of hard on me, but I just kept my head down and did the hard work to earn their respect. That was the biggest thing.
From there, Kenny Jr. developed a passion for building the business from the premium threading side. Like his father before him, he recognized a need that could be capitalized on.
There was only, I think, 2 or 3 companies doing it at the time. The technology, the demand for it, not too many people being able to do that type of service.
Working together, Kenny Jr. and his father made the most of the opportunities.
It's always good to get that younger generation to come in. That's good for any company to have that, because that helps you grow.
The foundation and the reputation of Kenny Sr. and the company. So that really helped us. All we had to go do is do a good job, and then the company grew from there.
And when hard times came, Kenny Sr. and Kenny Jr. made the most of them too.
I kind of look at downtime sometimes being a positive. It gives you time to think, and it gives you time to kind of innovate.
And innovate they did. The 90s brought even more growth and change to K&B. And in 1995, Kenny Jr. succeeded his father as president and began to make his mark on the company.
The biggest thing I wanted to do is make K&B the best at what we did. At that time, we did premium threading and turnkey manufacturing is what we call it. The vision was to grow the business in technology and people, to get to that next level of service, to be able to work for the big companies. If you didn't have the technology and the facilities, you wouldn't be number one on their list of vendors.
Premium threading was the key to the company's success.
Our goal was to get every premium thread on the market. Travel to Japan, travel to France, travel to Argentina, of course here in the U.S., to ask for a thread license. And that's what fueled our growth in the beginning. And then with that, our manufacturing, build to print, we call it building parts, that also grew because we were able to build the part and thread it all in the same location.
With growth came the need for a new facility in Houston, as few manufacturers had the capacity to thread full-length OCTG tubing and casing.
That business was, growing for us, and they would have to ship the pipe here to Louisiana. We'd thread it, either ship it back to Houston or ship it to other locations. It was a big step for us. At first, we just looked around for a building already built just to kind of get started with a couple of machines. And then we started talking more and more about it, us and our team here, and said, look, let's buy a greenfield and start from scratch. Design it the way we needed designed.
By 2008, the new Houston facility was finished. And by 2011, K&B expanded with a new accessories facility at the same location. The quest for efficiency, better technology, and the ability to diversify into other industries led to new headquarters in Schriever, Louisiana.
We pretty much reinvested, probably, if I had to guess, 30 to 40%. Every year, we reinvested in technology, machine tools, people, training, facilities. We always wanted to have the newest and the best technology that was well maintained. And the people, too. When we built our Houston facility, we thought about putting our headquarters there. However, we quickly said, no, we're going to stay here. Our headquarters could be in Terrebonne Parish, in Houma, because of the people. We wanted to keep our culture and our heritage and the company where it started. We wanted to keep it here in Houma.
K&B's investment in technology and people paid off when the oil and gas industry was hit hard.
The way we've handled the adversity of the business, we as a company, not only me, but the company, the employees, anything is thrown at us, we normally take care of it. We come out of it on top, and that's a testament to all of our people, all of our employees.
Today, K&B remains an important supplier to the oil and gas industry. At the same time, the company has diversified, expanding into the aerospace and semiconductor industries.
3D, printing, additive manufacturing, the semiconductor. That's my vision, is to supply our employees with the best technology and the best resources and able to grow the company to the next level.
His vision and my vision is the same for the company. I mean, that's the only way we're going to survive and maintain the jobs and maintain what we want to do going forward and continue improving on what we've done over the last 50 years.
And after 50 years of success, Kenny Wood Sr. and Kenny Wood Jr. are still driven to grow the company and continually improve the level of service the company delivers.
I'm thankful for all our employees, and I'm thankful for the foundation that my father built to build this company where it is today.
You try to help people that needs help. I don't know no other way to put it. You try to do what you can. I think that's why a good Lord put us here. Help people out, whether it's monetary, whether it's just talking to them, whether it's just whatever. That's why we're here. Thank God every day that we got the mind and the body to do His will.
K&B Industries, 50 years, built on entrepreneurship, faith, family, and integrity.